Hello, Peacemakers. It's good to be with you again on this early on this hot Friday morning. Traveled back from Texas yesterday, so I didn't get this devotional time done. But I want to share something with you that hit me even while I was on my trip. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16 says, "Let us therefore come boldly before the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find help." Find grace to help in time of need. Uh, and obviously that's an invitation from God or admonition, of course, from the writer of the Hebrews to take God up on his word that he's ready to help us we can find that help. We can find that grace. But I wanted to kind of speak about sort of an offshoot of that thinking. And that is, while we are pleased and thankful that God is willing to listen, that he's able to take care of us. Isaiah said that his arm is not shortened, that he cannot take care of us or cannot deal with our need. We sometimes have a tendency. It's easy to do this, and that is to only get fervent in our prayers whenever we're in trouble. And I think there's that's maybe just human nature, but I think there's a problem with that. We need to try to seek to have that same fervency when we're not going to him for something with our hand out, with a list of things we want him to do for us. Don't get me wrong. James said, "You have not because you ask not." But I'm saying that we need to be careful that the only time we are serious and sober about our prayers is when we have problems, when we're in a crisis time in our lives. We need to develop a daily, regularly, a relationship with God, talking with him about everything. Even when there's no crisis, no present crisis, or really something that's burdened us or worried us, we need to just develop a friendship with God, a relationship with God. As I've shared many times, one of my favorite concepts is that it said Moses talked with God face to face as a man who speaketh to his friend, who speaks to his friend. Uh, if we could have that kind of relationship with the Lord, then those times of crisis wouldn't be such a worrisome thing to begin with. We would be used to the fact that God takes care of us, that it would be just a mindset for us that we know he's concerned and already knew our crisis was coming and was ready to take care of it for us or to lead us through it. So I guess that what I'm trying to say is to develop a daily, a regular, I hate to say the word habit because the word habit or routine kind of brings sometimes an attitude of mundaneness, but I don't mean that. I mean, just like you have with your wife, your husband, or your children, or your best friend, uh, a relationship, a friendship. Yes, a friendship. Um, but even more than that, remember, he is your father, and you can always go to him, and you can fellowship with him and talk with him and be with him anytime. Jesus bought that for you on Calvary. Then take advantage of it, not just when you're in trouble, not just when we're in trouble. So I'm encouraging you in that. Certainly pray when you're in crisis. Certainly pray when there's trouble. But just let it be such a normal part of your life that you don't just go running to him whenever there's a fire, okay, to be put out. And God bless you in that, and make an effort in that. And it'll revolutionize your life if you realize that he's not just our God, the God of our Sunday mornings, or our times of trouble. He's the God of our every day, of our every minute. And we need to keep that in mind. Thank you for praying for me. I recently uh, uh, had some health issues, and won't go into detail about that. But if you'll just pray for me, that I stay on top of the medications I need to take and take care of things. Um, and pray for our kids. They've all gone back to the school classroom this week, and some will be going back, I think, maybe next week. And pray for them that God will bless them, be with them, help them have a great school year. And if they don't know the Lord, that they can come to know Him. If they do know Him, that they can be the example and the light of Jesus in that environment at the school. Pray for the teachers that God will put His hand upon them and lead them to teach our children, to not just teach, but example for our children, set an example for our children that they need day in and day out. That's just a part of life that that their teachers spend during this time of during school year, spend as much time with your kids many times as you do, and so pray for them. I have got a personal prayer that our kids, my grandkids in particular, that Jesus will come back before they even grow up. It breaks my heart and burdens me that they're growing up in the world they're growing up in, that is just completely uh, oblivious and against and contrary to the Word of God and the things of God. So pray for our kids. God bless you.